Okay, so this relationship is one of the most toxic relationships I had ever been in. It was one of the most short but also most fucked up relationships I have ever been in. You guys will understand why. So this was years ago. I shouldn't have. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I regret it. I don't regret anything, but yeah, I don't regret it because then I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't, have had the experiences that I have had, and I'm actually like grateful for all of it. So yeah, anyways, this happens. I meet this friend of mine, and he tells me that let's go and meet this other guy, and this is the guy that he told me about. So we go and we meet this guy. I'm sitting in the back seat. This other friend of mine is in the front seat. He's driving. This guy comes in the car and he turns around and he's like, "Hi, nice to meet you." And in my mind, I was already married to him. Like, God. But yeah, so then all of this is happening. We're just making conversation, and we guys were on a road trip. Like, we were going somewhere. And I remember noticing at that time that, someone was calling him and he seemed visibly like frustrated. Someone was calling him again and again, and he was just ignoring the call. Like, he was sitting in the front seat. So, वो dashboard होता है ना ऊपर, like he just dashboard, or I don't know what it's called, but like the front area above the AC and all of that. So he just looked at his phone like that, and he looked at this guy, the friend, and he was like, God, like, look at this call, this and that. And this guy, I still remember this, he was like, oh, you're not picking up. And he's like, no man, whatever. He just kept it, he faced it down, and it didn't clock in that moment, but it's almost like I saw the red flag, but I was like, I just didn't realize in the moment. So उस time पे I asked him कि are you single and stuff, and he was like, yeah. And I think him and this friend again, like, they shared a look or something like that. I don't even know. But yeah, cut to I started liking him the next day also. Like, we guys met. It was me and my one friend and this other friend, the guy, and this boy that we are talking about. So I called him there and we all chilled, whatever. I was feeling a lot of things, and it was like a rush of emotions. It was like that rush of liking, when it's a normal, healthy relationship, it goes slow. Like, it's very like slow burn type of. That's more real, but like these narcissistic kind of relationships are very like zoop, like everything is just happens so quickly, and that's not healthy at all. But yeah, so basically we start meeting every day, him and I, like alone also. We started meeting, we started going for we went for this like long drive, we went for trips, and we would just start spending so much time together. I used to even like stay at his house. He used to call me over. It's like reliving all of this, like. But yeah, so all of this happened, and it was like a honeymoon period of 10 days, 10-15 days max. After that, everything went downhill. So I remember in these days where we were like meeting and chilling and all of this, he told me like quickly after one trip we were coming back. Like, this was after like maybe 2 weeks of spending time together. He was like, I've started to like you, this and that. And I looked at him and I was like, yeah, bro, same. Like, what's up, He's like, let's date. I'm like, okay. But yeah, so this happened, and then we were at this other place. Just we had parked our car. We were sitting, chilling, whatever. And then I asked him, like, what's up with your, like, we were getting to know each other, right? Like, I was asking him questions and stuff. I'm like, what's the scene with your ex and stuff? Like, do you still talk to her? Like, what's up? And like, he's like, yeah, actually I do still speak to her. We have a lot of mutuals, so she's like a friend and this and that. And in that moment I was like, the whole glass in front of my eyes, the rose tinted glass, like, it kind of shattered in that moment. That's so dramatic, but Yeah, like I feel like that was the part where my intuition actually told me ki, like, you know, bro, like this is not it. But at that time I didn't even understand all of these things, like, you know, I had to go through that shit to understand. But yeah, so he told me this and I'm like, oh, like, so she's in your life, like, you know. So he's like, yeah, I follow her, she follows me, we have a lot of mutuals, like I don't want to spoil my relations with her, she's very close to my family, this and that, this and that. And if I see her somewhere, like, Anna, you know, I don't want it to be weird, I want to like be able to go and say hi and all of these things. And I was like, this is damn weird, bro. Like, I don't think I would want to be friends with any of my exes or anything like that. Like, you are in my past for a reason. But yeah, then all of this happened, we started having issues, he started telling me that I am controlling and I am insecure. This, bro, like, if you are a guy that has your ex around, or like, you know, has girl besties or whatever, like obviously the girl you're with is gonna feel insecure. The solution to this is become a girl that doesn't choose these kind of guys. But yeah, so basically all of this started happening. We started having issues about all these things. I started really feeling like I couldn't trust him at all, but I was like attached by then. So I was like, you know, I didn't know what to do. I knew that I wanted to be with him. I thought he was the one. Like, I genuinely thought that he was the one. Then cut to few days later, like we are still having issues, then it's getting sorted, then we are okay, then whatever. Then his girl bestie comes from, I don't even remember, to visit here, and he was like telling me he, like, you know, bro, so we are planning to meet at a friend's house, like this friend group, and you know, all of us are planning to meet, you should also come, I want you to meet her, this and that. I was like, yeah, bro, cool, yeah, sure, you want to make me meet make me meet your friends and stuff, like I'm so down for that, like let's go. And then, like, a few minutes later, like half an hour later, he tells me that actually she said that she'll be very tired. So she doesn't want to, like, you know, meet someone new or whatever. And I was like, oh. And I got annoyed. Like, I was like, that's so weird. Like, why wouldn't you just ask her before and, like, then tell? Because you're inviting me, then you're uninviting me, then again he invited me, because I was like, this is so fucked, like what the hell. Like, I got really angry at that point of time in my life. I was very like reactive. Now I'm better at like responding, but at that point of time I got super mad. And you know what, now that I think back on it, I feel like it was so valid, because like my intuition knew that something was up, but I don't know. So all of this happened, and then I kept calling him. I'm like, so he went finally for this thing, and I kept calling him. And then I started having real bad trust issues, because we were already having all of these ex-vex and all this bullshit. All this is going on, and then this girl came, and like, you know, it started feeling really weird, bro. Anyways, so a few days later, I got to finally meet her at their friend's home, and like we all spoke, we sat, we had like a good time. It was okay, like the vibes were fine. I was feeling good, like, you know, for someone that grew up not having a safe family, like not feeling safe and secure with their own family. For me, when a group like takes me in, it feels really nice. Like, it feels like, you know, I'm feeling accepted and like involved and all of that. I felt really nice then, but then things started to get damn weird, because I remember sitting and asking them, okay, I'm sitting on a couch, this guy is next to me, I'm all over him, he's all over me. It was so like in love. Like, I was actually in love. Like, I actually did love him. Whatever I thought love was at that moment of time. So yeah, and she's sitting here, like she's sitting on another couch, and we are just talking, making conversation, whatever. So I'm like, dude, like he's pretty good looking, like, and now I don't think he's good looking at all. I think I just put him on a pedestal. She's sitting over here, and I'm like, so you guys never had anything between you? And she was like, no. And he was also like, no. I looked at him, I was like, and it's in hindsight, it's crazy that I asked this question, because anyways, so all of this happens, and him and I are still having issues. All of this is kind of like a blur, you know, it's kind of hard to recall all of this. But yeah, ये सब होता है फिर हमारे बीच में, फिर भी like there are good days, there are bad days, we're fighting, we're having issues, whatever. Then he starts acting very weird, bro. Like he would, after a fight, he would block me, and he would just be gone for like 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and I would just be trying to do different kind of things to win him back. Like I was literally chasing him. I feel like all of that just put me in like a very, you know, overly masculine energy, and he was acting like so feminine. I feel like that was very like imbalanced. But yeah, so then he would do this, and then I was like, okay, I even went like under his house a few times, and like, you know, tried to like convince him, manao fire. Gosh, like this was not a good time in my life. But you guys need to understand that these were very extreme highs and extreme lows, and I was actually in like a toxic trauma bond cycle. I was so not okay during that time. Like it was the pits. I was in the pits of hell, bro, at that time in my life. But yeah, and even though like, but other things were going on really well, like, you know, like I was getting collabs and all of this shit, but this specific thing that was happening in my life was so fucked up. But yeah, so all of this happened, and then we would argue, and he would accuse me of cheating on him. I remember this one time I was sitting with one of my, again, old friends, another friend, not that guy, and we were just sitting chilling. I was at his place, whatever, and by this time I think this guy and I had almost like ended it, because this, he would keep blocking me and disappearing for a few days, and he would come back and he would accuse me of cheating, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I realized that rejecting, dude, like, so then this friend of mine was friends with this guy's girl bestie's ex-boyfriend. So my guy, girl bestie, me, girl bestie's ex, and my friend that I was with, and like these two guys were friends. So this guy tells me that, listen Kavaya, like can I tell you something? I'm like, yeah, like what's up? Then he told me that this girl bestie's ex had a problem with my current, I mean that time ka current boyfriend, because apparently this girl bestie and this boy had some scene in the past. And I was like, oh, like what the fuck are you telling me now, bro? Like why didn't you tell me earlier, this and that? He's like, actually, whatever, he gave me his like, you know, excuses or reasons or whatever. I'm like, tu meri isse baat kara, I want to hear it, I want to know for sure. So I meet up with this girl bestie's ex, and we're sitting and talking, and he tells me that this girl has hooked up with this my guy, and also the guy that introduced me to this guy. And I'm not slut shaming here, I don't give a fuck, bro, like, and I'm no one to say anything, but the fact that my intuition made me ask them both in front of them, like in front of each other at that party, that was crazy. But yeah, so this happens, and then I got to know, and at this point, me and this girl bestie's ex were so fucked in the head, like these two दिमाग का दही कर दिया था मतलब हमारा. So then we are sitting, and that guy calls her, sorry, the girl bestie's ex calls the girl bestie, and he's on speaker, I mean she's on speaker, okay, he has put the call on speaker. I'm sitting there, and that friend is also sitting there, whose house I was at, okay. So she's on speaker, and then this guy is asking her that, like, okay, so basically, like, did something happen between you and this guy or no? Like, what's the deal? This and that. And then, like, obviously, she confessed. She said yes, whatever. We even had taken recordings, bro. It was crazy. Now that I think about it, it's like insane shit, bro. But yeah, so this happened. We took the recording. She accepted it to this guy. Obviously, she's not gonna lie to him. She didn't know that I was there and this guy was there. It was like a conversation between both of them. But then I think she heard me. Like, I also didn't have less kida. I was like laughing in the back, like quietly laughing, whatever. But she came to know, or somehow they came to know that, like, she came to know that I was there. And then my guy started calling me, and then we realized that these two are together. He was probably sleeping with her and coming and accusing me of cheating on him with this guy bestie of mine, that time ka guy bestie. Then everything started making sense because this guy started acting so weird, bro. He started really acting so different. He was all like, if you wanna call and if you wanna sit with her ex and do all of this, then that's on you. That's the kind of person you are. And all of this, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck happened? Like, where did that guy go? Like, the one you were being since the, past 1 month or like 20 days or whatever the fuck. Like, what on earth is happening? Like, if I still have the chats, fuck it. So yeah, he started sending me all these messages, and by this time I had like started ghosting him back because I has lied to me way too many times. It's gotten damn toxic. And I asked this ex of mine, like, does your mom like me? Like, what's the deal? Like, what is up? And he was like, no, she likes you. She doesn't want to meet you yet, like, but she'll meet you later. And obviously, like, I didn't understand. Someone's lying to you, bro. They're painting a picture. Obviously you will believe that, like, why wouldn't I believe? Like, I wouldn't say that I was naive. I was very, like, open hearted. I slowly came to know more things, like this scene with his with his girl bestie. I came to know this. Then I got to know that, like, when he would block me for those few days, remember that I told you guys that he was getting calls on the first day that we met. He was getting calls from one number and he just, like, put his phone down. That was his girlfriend. And I did not know about any of this. Like, when I asked him if he was single, he clearly said yes. That was his girlfriend at that time. He was fighting with her, ignoring her, coming out with me, taking me for all these trips and all of this shit. Then fighting with me, blocking me. Apparently, I got to know from his girlfriend's ex-bestie. His ex-bestie and I, months later, we started speaking, and I got to know all of these things, that what was actually happening. Like, he would go under her balcony apparently, and she was fully broken. She was like, you didn't even think about me, like, you're with Kavaya now and you moved on so quickly, this and that. And I had no idea. I didn't know, bro. I didn't even know that she existed. I didn't know a girl like her. She used to even follow me on Instagram. Like, I just was in the dark, like, completely blindsided. And then all of this is going on. He's blocking me. He's going to her. He's maybe sleeping with her and all. Like, bro, like, I don't even know. I started having like, a lot of health issues also. When you are with the wrong person, you will get, like, infections. You will have a lot of health issues, and that's just, these are signs, bro. Like, your intuition, it's like my intuition was screaming, but I was deaf. I didn't want to hear because I was so in love. And how can I love someone so shitty, bro? Oh. But yeah, I mean, no, I'm not gonna like be hard on myself. In no way am I like blaming myself. I think I was not wrong at all. But yeah, then he would come back, he would start picking fights with me over the most stupidest things. All of this shit happened. And then I realized that he was playing like all three of us at once, I guess. And apparently his mom knew about me, and apparently his mom hated me. They will come and they will like tell you these stories in a way that you feel so like empathetic for them and you feel so bad. They are always the victim. They are always the victim. I even remember this one time he was complaining about something when we were together, when we were like still like chilling those first 15-20 days together. I remember telling him like something. I was just, and I didn't even realize at the time. But now when I look back, I'm like, damn, like even at that point in time, I knew what was up. I just ignored the signs. But he was literally complaining about something. I'm like, dude, why are you such a victim? And he got so triggered. I remember, like, even right now, he actually got so triggered by me saying that. And I was like, I pushed some button over here. Like, people only get triggered either when it's completely wrong and way off and they've been fully misjudged, or because you have said some truth in some capacity. And in that moment, it felt like I really hit a nerve. His bestie, she literally took me, like when he had blocked me and all of these things, I had no one. She made me feel like she would be my friend, and she took me on a drive and we sat at the beach, and she's like telling me, this is what you did wrong, like this is how you can do better, I think you should just move on, like all of these things. And I was literally sitting there thinking, like, she is my friend, she wants the best for me, whatever. Then she also started acting weird. She also started like not replying for many days and all of this. And then when I would ask her about it, she would be like, oh, like I'm just bad at texting, this and that. And no one is bad at texting, bro. It just matters how much they give a shit about you and how much they don't. And she didn't. But she made me think that she was a good friend and all of these things, bro. Later, when I came to know that these two had this whole scene and all of these things were happening, I was like, that was just so disgusting, bro. Anyways, him and I are like done. I have fully ruined his life. Like, I was so unhinged. The shit they were doing also, whatever stories also his friends told me. Oh my god, it was so dark. It was just so dark and draining, this whole experience, all of them. It was just so weird. But after this, obviously, like, it's not like I snapped back, and went on with my life. It was more like I still tried to, like, get him back. I still was, like, showing up at places hoping he would be there and doing all these things. Man, what can I say, man? Like, I was in love. But yeah, after that, he immediately jumped into something with another girl, bro. New girl. Literally got saved. I dodged a fucking bullet. I actually didn't dodge a bullet. It actually went through me. It went through my heart and it went out like that. And then I sat and I healed that. But yeah, I was having anxiety attacks after that. I was feeling so much panic. I would be out with these other friends. I would be sitting, we would go out for dinner, we're all eating at a table, we're all sitting together, and I randomly start crying when everything was okay. Like, my body had gone into like full survival mode, and it was just a very sad time. Is there anything that I'm missing? Yeah, I guess that's about it. Now that I've sat and given you guys a whole timeline and given you a full story of what happened, like the way he lied, the way he like did not tell me that this shit was happening, and he would go here and then he would come here and he would go here and come there, and like it was just so insane. How many lies, how much deception. Go from girl to girl to girl because they are trying to fill a void inside themselves, and other girls are not the answer for that. You have to sit and deal with it yourself, buddy. There is no other way. Like, maybe your mom fucked you up, maybe your dad not being there fucked you up, whatever, but like, it's still your responsibility to heal as an adult. And yeah, guys, that's all for this story time. I actually have so many more stories that I want to share with you guys, so let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. And why do I feel like I'm missing something? Yeah, I think I've said all of it. Even if I missed it, it's whatever, I guess. Like, okay guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.